I just got an email from Mercury, and starting on December 1st, they will be charging international transaction fees of up to 3% on Mercury business debit and credit card transactions made in currencies other than the US dollar. Generally, when you're making payments in other currencies, the banks are going to be using the daily bank rate. You're getting a good rate. But now Mercury is going to be charging a 3% fee. And in this video, I'm going to go over the letter. We're going to look at it a little bit. And then I also listed a bunch of other banks and how they charge on international fees and for using the credit card, using debit cards, and on ATM fees. And we're going to go through it together, give you some recommendations, and then see what could work. Okay. It says I haven't made any non-USD transactions, so I wouldn't have paid any fees, but in your email, they would have said how much fees you would have paid based on your usage. So that's a pretty cool little add-on there. Now, I have this list here, and I'm just going to share it, and we're going to go through it. We have a bunch of banks listed here on the left. And maybe I can share this document so you can get the links and stuff. But we have Charles Schwab, HSBC, Bank of America, Chase, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Discover, Brex, Chime, Wise, RelayFi, Mercury, and Payoneer. And these are some of the most popular institutions. Obviously, there's more. Maybe I'll share it and we can all add to it. I don't know. You can see the ATM fees on here. First, we have on Charles Schwab, they have they do reimbursements for international fees, and they have no fees on cards usage. So that's Charles Schwab International. So this is for the debit card and this is for the credit card over here. So on the debit card, you can see this should be Charles Schwab, Schwab Bank Investor Checking Account. And here are the questions, and here's where we can see about the fees and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I don't have a referral link, but this is the actual link for International Schwab account. I went through this with some clients, and it's a little bit funky, but you have to put what region you're from, and hopefully you qualify. Like we can look at if you're from Australia is a good one. If you're from Australia, then you can qualify individual account, joint account, or trust accounts. Cool. HSBC, they're harder to open. You need to deposit more money to open an HSBC account, but they're also a good option. I mean, there's no charge if you're using the Premier debit card, and I don't know what ATM Worldwide. I guess they don't charge fees. Now, Bank of America, $5 fee plus 3%. Chase, $5 fee plus 3%. Chase debit cards do have a 3% fee. Bank of America debit cards, 3% fee. Citibank, 3%. Wells Fargo, 3%. $5 fee. And there's all these different fees and charges for most of the big banks here that we're looking at. We're looking at Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, the top 4 banks. And most of the brick and mortar banks, the big banks, do have international fees and charges. So it's good to know that. And you can see that Mercury now with their 3% is in line. Now we can see from our other options here, Wise doesn't have the fees, but they're also not giving cards to non-residents anymore. So that's kind of annoying. Chime, I'm still exploring. I'm going to try and open a Chime account. Chime is for like an entry credit card, entry debit card if you don't have credit history. I think it could be a really good option for a lot of you guys, a lot of my non-resident clients, but it's not going to be... I don't know if we can get it open. It's worth trying. Now, Brex is a good one. Brex has no fees at all. After my conversations with them, I start referring them clients. I have a contact there. They really want to work with software businesses. So if you're doing an application, try and focus on the software startup aspect of your business. So what I tell them is I provide accounting solutions via software tools and all that kinds of stuff. And that's how I got my account open after I got approved, denied a couple times. But Brex is a really cool one. It's kind of like, it's a weird kind of account. It's like not really a Wise per se, but it's also not really a bank either. I'll do another video about Brex later, but it's really cool to put money in, fund a Brex account, and then use it if you want to save money on fees. Discover, no, they're a little harder to open, and they have lower limits. But we can see here, apparently there's no ATM fees for Mercury. Of course, they're going to charge the currency, and the actual ATM you're using could charge a fee. But Relay does seem to have lower fees on actual usage of the card. This is going to apply to payments made in different currencies. So if you're spending in US dollars, then you're going to not be charged. So if you're buying ads in a US company, or even if you're abroad, if you're spending at US companies in US dollars, they shouldn't have the fees. It's really when you're in Turkey and you're at dinner and you swipe your card to pay for dinner while you're traveling, that's when they would charge the fees, right? Payoneer has funny fees. I guess we're gonna refer to the link. We started working a little bit more with Payoneer since Wise and AirWalleX have been a little bit more difficult to work with. Yeah, they have up to 4% on credit cards. Oh, it's directly paid by clients. Oh, that's pretty cool to get paid on this way. At the end of the day, it depends on your situation, what you're charging. I wanted to give you guys an update, give you some options, and give you also some perspective on this video so you would understand like what options are available and what cards are available. Now I want to check on American Express, go. They're foreign transaction fees when I use my card. If you're using a product that incurs foreign fees, these fees are charged to and apply to convert your international transactions into U.S. currency. You can check where they're waived by your card or your account. So, and in summary, they have a number of different types of cards and different types of accounts. Yeah, American Express, U.S. American Express is better. So unlike this Platinum card, obviously it's a lot of money, $700 a year to have the card open if you can get it open. But it's a great option, and no foreign transaction fee cards. So they have the American Express. There's a number of different American Express cards that have no international transaction fees, which is great. This is probably one of the most popular for travel, and then the most popular for cash back is going to be the Gold card. A lot of people choose this one for points and cash back on the ad spend. I think they give it more. There's different membership stuff you can choose there. And with these 80,000 membership reward points, it's like $800 value basically. So you kind of cover the fee. If you have a American Express card in Canada, then and you want the U.S. card, I'm transitioning the video a little bit. You have to have a U.S. address, call them, and do a global transfer program. Then you can get a U.S. Amex. The rules are different in every country for American Express, but for a U.S. American Express card, they definitely don't have international fees on most of the cards, and you're gonna have to check on each card as it is. So in summary, this is a quick change for Mercury. I wanted to make a little video about it just to give you guys an update about that. They're charging international fees now. It's kind of annoying, but if you have had a Mercury card for a long time, you can see how much that would have costed you in the past. It may not warrant a change. It may not mean anything to you, but I want to give you this update here. So if you need help with any of this stuff, setting up the LLCs, keeping your Mercury account open, getting access to these different accounts and cards, and you want to work privately with me, we definitely are helping out with that. You can schedule a free call, jamesbakercpa.com/schedule. Otherwise, like and subscribe. I'll be making more videos every time there's an update, especially to some of these banks that I know a lot of you guys are using. Okay, so thanks.